Hello friends, this is Raj Sastri from Raj Option Trading. Today we'll cover some of my favorite under the radar semiconductor stocks. As you know, semiconductors are going into all sorts of IoT type devices. So with that, we'll cover my top nine semiconductor stocks. I got much more in the next slides. The first one is Daqo Energy. It's a DQ symbol. It's a based in China. Market cap is about 6.56 billion, and over the quarters, market cap has grown. So it's really showing the strength of this company. And its products are used in solar panels. So as you know, solar is a very rapidly growing industry. So this is a very good company to play, to the solar trend. I would recommend DAC Energy. The next one is Atomera Inc., symbol ATOM, and market cap is about 671 million. So it's a little bit lower cap type stock. And its market cap is also growing rapidly over last couple of quarters. It's really strength of the company. So it's really used in performance and power efficiency in semiconductor transistors. As you know, power efficiency is very key when it comes to semiconductor industry. And next is SiTime Corporation, SITM. Market cap is about 2.31 billion. Again, low small cap, and market cap is growing over the last couple quarters, which is again a good sign. And its products are used in resonators, clock, integrated circuits. And as you can see here, 100% of the employees approve the CEO. It's again a good company to focus on. Next, UMC United Micro, and market cap is about 23 billion. And market cap is actually improving over last couple of quarters, which is a very good sign. And it's used in wafer fabrication in and new business segments. And CU approval rating is 64%, and I think for some of these newer type companies, it may be okay because they're still coming up to speed when it comes to these ratings in Glassdoor. Next is AXTI. It's again a low cap type company for $491 billion. Again, rapidly growing the market cap, which is a good sign. And its products are going into fiber optic devices, satellites, solar cells, wireless headsets. There are companies like Samsung, Avago, or Broadcom. They're all their customers. Next is ACM Research, ACMR, and market cap is about 1.83 billion, and it's rapidly growing over the last couple of quarters. And it's again, it goes into all sorts of many semiconductor products, and especially when it comes to integrated chips, their products are very well received there. Next is Monolithic Power, MPWR. Market cap is about 18.18 billion, and again a semiconductor play here, and 69% approve the CEO. Next, CEVA, 1.43 billion market cap, and market cap is actually growing rapidly over last couple of quarters. They're into digital signal processors, AI processors, and 72% approved CEO. Last but not least is Alpha Omega, AOSL, 781.38 million market cap, and market cap is growing. They're into power semiconductor product, and 60% approve CEO Mike Chang. So you might ask, hey, why are you bringing up these companies? There are a lot of bigger companies like Nvidia, like Avago, Broadcom, Qualcomm. The reason I'm bringing up these companies is really, if you look at the market cap, these are at a level where market cap is relatively low, and these can grow into big companies over the period of time. So market kind of values these smaller companies, and they will allow, if the products are good, their market share can increase rapidly. So that's the reason I'm bringing up these under the radar stocks, because these can really grow and expand and the price can increase rapidly. So with that, let's dive in a little bit. If you look at some of the performance here, Daqo Energy, which is based in China, price is about $96. Performance, as you can see, it has a stellar 824% performance over last year, 2020. And as you can see here, it's consistently performed well, like half year, last quarter performance in the month, week. It's really consistently growing. Solar is again a trend, so this is really playing into the solar panel type trend. Next is Atomera. Atomera, as you can see, 662% over last year. And if you can see, like over the year to date, last half year, quarter, it's consistently, growth is very good. And SiTime, same story here. And couple of these stocks, for example, AXTI, the weekly, it a little bit went into negative, but it's okay. Overall, if you see here, very good growth. And, these companies are poised to do very well in the future. So with that, let's jump into some fundamentals of these companies. From a fundamental perspective, as you can see here, first one, Daqo Energy, market cap 6.56 billion. P ratio is high. For these type of companies, we can't just go by P ratio. Instead, we should look at things like revenue growth and also look at the gross margin and make sure these are higher numbers. And we can also look at price to sales ratio. So in here we got 12, which is relatively okay for these type of companies. And as you can see here, institutions own a lot of these shares, and there is some short ratio which is okay. And Atomera, as you can see here, very good gross margin. Revenue growth is as of now, they're not showing any revenue growth, but huge price to sales ratio, especially because it's a low market cap type stock. As you can see, I highlighted a couple things here which have got solid revenue growth and solid gross margin. Companies with solid revenue growth and solid gross margin, they tend to outperform the industry pretty rapidly, because they get to keep the money they bring in from a revenue perspective. So with that, these are the few highlights of these companies. I would recommend even owning the stock outright, because these are, as you can see, price wise, they're a very low dollar stocks. Some of these are $10, $11. Even the higher ones, they are consistent growers. So I would recommend either buying the stock outright or buying, say, delta 70 calls for long term, maybe say 6 months or 1 year, or even leap options as an example. And if you want to really trade around a little bit, you could do in and out options. Buy, in this case, maybe buy 90 call and sell 110 call as an example. So if you want to play a little bit, you can do that too. So with that, let's go into charts very quickly. From a chart perspective, as you can see here, Daqo Energy kind of played into solar trend, doing consistently very well. And same story with the Atomera. And SITM, it's kind of consistent grower, as you can see here. And UMC, most of these, as you can see, chart is kind of telling the story here. Some of these have got a little bit bumps once in a while, but they kind of recovered as you go forward. And Taiwan Semiconductor, everybody knows this company. It's one of the largest semiconductor powerhouse. It's a large cap company. CREE, they got their ups and downs, as you can see here, but overall they're doing very well. If you want to buy CREE, watch out for some of these really ugly quarterly earnings, and that could be a good entry point, and take it from there. And a couple of other companies, as you can see, Bruce Automation is a steady eddy. ENTG is also very good overall. So even I think we have Monolithic Power somewhere here, consistent grower. So with that, I would recommend, everybody talks about these big semiconductor companies, but I really love these smaller players because they can really grow and outperform these bigger players. With that, thank you very much. Happy trading.